Hey everybody, welcome. Dr. Blake, thank you for joining us.
G'day.
How are you guys?
Going well.
That's
We're
good.
living.
Griffin Fish Room, Nathan Fishboy, Jay's Better Room, Melissa, or Liz, GRB, Dr. Black, Bendigo Balaclava, the name change from Cooker 111, and Candy, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Weird times, hey.
It'll be weirder times next week when daylight savings rolls over.
That's right. That's next Sunday, yeah? Sunday morning. Glad, actually, we're going to avoid that one, aren't we? Doing the live stream on the Sunday. Although we might have some news on that front as well. Mr. B, Alice, welcome. How you guys doing?
Griffin, Jays, how are you?
I also say g'day to everyone in the chat, but we won't talk for hours.
You can't see the chat because you're in a forest.
That's right. I'm here in the woods.
Andy, Alice, how are you?
So I thought I'd change things up a little bit today and flip the camera back to the old style, because I've had a couple of people comment that it's kind of not as fun to look at all the PlayStation stuff and the lights and things and stuff in the background, and they want more fish tanks. I just noticed an Endler in the goldfish tank. Seriously, it's like they're like duckweed. They've ended up in every tank somehow.
I know which I'd prefer.
Endless just popping up in every tank.
Yeah, the duckweed. I hate duckweed.
Vinoski, Clint, Alice. The hair is getting long. The problem is we can't go to a hairdresser now. So
how did I?
Oh yeah, you could do that. You could just shave it. I don't think I'd be able to pull it off as well as you, Blackie.
I haven't been to a hair cutting place for probably 15 or 20 years.
Yeah. I shaved my head once.
Well, it doesn't shave. You're looking dapper as ever.
That's true. No, I shaved my head once. Me and my wife's brother, can't remember. I think we both had the day off or something, and I don't know. Probably beers were involved. And I was like, "Oh, I'm thinking about shaving my head." He's like, "Can I do it? Can we do it before Nikki gets home?" And I'm like, "All right." So I did it, and she didn't notice for about 2 hours. And then she was like, "I hate it. It's disgusting." I'm like, "Oh, okay. Jeez." Where are we? Are you in the shed, Josh, or inside? Tanks in both. I'm in the garage, yes, which is where most of my tanks are. Got a little bit of a surprise during this stream. I am going to break down a tank. Just get rid of it. I haven't told anyone about it. I'll let you guys try and guess which tank.
Or cranny you can sneak it into. That's what I always do.
I mean, I'm not going to throw it out, but I'm going to just probably finish the tank off, take everything out of it, disperse separately, and then I don't know. I was actually going to get your advice. You can see it's not an old tank, but repurposed tank in the background. We'll have a little bit of a look at that. Look at the tannins in that thing. That's cool.
I thought that was supposed to be a secret.
Well, Blackie blew the secret on his tour the other day. If any of you guys haven't seen, sorry,
breaking through the fourth wall. I actually have got a tour of Josh's coming out, and he's, we're very much, this is a big secret. You'll never see this until you see it on Josh's channel. And then I watched Blackie's video, and I was like,
there it is. It's gone. Secret's gone. But it's not finished yet. So I've got a bit of a plan with it that I'm thinking that's going to be one thing that I'm going to do while we are limited for where we can move. Got a bit of an idea watching a video the other day. I'll go into that later. So on that topic, what do you guys have planned if you are not allowed to leave your homesteads for a while?
Just loving life mostly. That's my goal, to not leave the house. So I've got plenty of food and dechlorinator and that forever. So as long as the power stays on, I'm good.
Okay. Candy's saying that there's a bit of a repeat on the audio when you speak.
Not from Josh when I speak.
Yeah,
If it's when
can't-
I speak, that means that it's not me, right?
Could be.
We might have to do the old muty tests.
Do you want to talk for a second? I'll mute myself and see if it's me.
Yeah. Testing 1, 2, 3. Blake's Aquatics Live. We're going to. It doesn't sound like there's a repeat now.
You got to say something dirtier than that. Try again.
Soil.
The 1-year-old aqua soil where it's all gone into dust and is everywhere in the tank.
Ooh, filthy.
I just tried to turn my speakers down a little bit while you did that. We'll see.
All right.
That seems
Power
to
and
have
water, we're good. Yeah, exactly right, Liz. I've got, I reckon I've probably got like a year's worth of fish food, so we'll be right.
I reckon you've got more than a year's worth of fish food.
Probably. Worst case scenario, breed out some shrimp and unlimited fish food.
Yep. Is it still happening, Candy? What about you, Dr. Black? What's the main plan over the next few weeks or months? Or
Hey.
Yeah, I don't know. Trying to get this. Whoa! Talk about breaking the fourth wall.
There's a kid in the fish tank.
Apparently, Tom turned off the TV. What happened?
Tom just
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I'll
I'll
get
fix it
this,
for you.
breeding my festos together if they don't murder each other, and breeding my jags if they don't murder each other.
Yep.
In my tank where I took the female festo out, I've just got what I think is my male jag and my big white Oscar. And since removing the female festo, I think the pecking order has changed a bit, and now the jaguar is going to hell on the big white Oscar, because the big white Oscar seems to be holed up in a corner a lot, and there's a fair amount of splashing and whatnot constantly going on in there. So,
Have you got a video on that, Oscar?
No, I haven't actually.
Well, my request is a video on that Oscar while we're locked down.
Yeah, I
I'd like
suppose
to see it.
I probably should do a video of it if it's, potentially going to get murdered by the jag.
Yeah, that's a good point. I saw a weird thing. Someone trying to feed a fighting fish, a beta, to a turtle. And I don't know if it's like a meme or something, but the turtle goes towards the fish, and then the fish just smacks it and swims off. I'm like, oh, I'm pretty sure the only way that's happened is that someone's being pretty stupid trying to feed a beta to a turtle. But yeah.
For those asking, that was my eldest Charlie. What happened was the TV stuffed up, so I needed to fix it. I can hear myself again, by the way.
So it's just me. So you can hear it because of me. Is that right?
I'm
Might
not
be
sure.
my speakers too, because I'm not operating with headphones, and I do.
Yeah,
have
so
my
it's coming in
microphone.
here to let me know to get the Chromecast back working again.
G'day, Jake and Langan. How are yous? Good to see yous in. Well done to make a stream, Langan.
G'day.
Lauren Ashley, how are you? John O. Johnson, sorry, mate, I forgot to say hi to you before.
I'm trying to delete something. How do I do that? There we
Jay
go.
as well. What's up, Big J? And what's going on over here?
Sorry. Oh, God. I just got a notification that someone else is live, and I'm like, oh, okay. Hey, live person. Don't know. Maybe schedules don't mean as much as they used to. Speaking of that, next week, King
certainly referenced that before about timing and all that.
What do you mean?
Oh, that he doesn't really care if people go and watch other streams when he's streaming and stuff.
Yeah. Speaking of that, I think King and Queen Cichlids weren't able. Well, they're not going to be doing the live slot on the same time as us in the alternate week, which is now not the same time as us because of their daylight savings. So, is there any thoughts of anyone else doing anything in the alternate week from down under?
Yeah, I reckon we should. But if we're going to have the same time clash, maybe we just start an hour later or something like that, depending on how long Jimbo goes for.
Yeah, well, the alternate week actually works really well for me. And if people don't know, my partner works every second weekend, and that lines up with this stream. So that's why I've got the old digital babysitting happening here. I can see them there laying on the couch.
Watching shows.
Yeah, I just keep an eye on them. Might have to commando roll out of here on occasion to break up a fight, but for the most part, they're okay.
I didn't say hey, Lauren and Langan and Kishford, Fish Kid Jake, Sean Ooted. Do we know what the Ooted stands for?
I always
out of this dimension.
Oh, I thought it was out of the deep.
Oh, I don't know. I just guessed.
And Candy, it's all good. I appreciate you being here as well. Well, let's just jump into it. I want to have a chat with you while I'm doing it, but I'm going to move the pygmy cories into
my house.
Into your house, yes. To Blake's. So this will be a 700-hour stream.
G'day,
and I'm going to do it now.
Are you going to bring the tank closer to the camera, or
no? I've got to figure out how
back the entire time.
We just have to squint really hard.
And then I'm going to see if I can squeeze another new tank up there at the same time.
I was going to say that too, John. What, they're in business together?
No, a marriage is a partnership, but it's really semantics. You know what I mean?
The lid just fell in.
Hey, Kevin. G'day, Blake 2.0.
Blake, how's it?
Who's Blake 2.0? Blake Howden.
Blake Howden.
Let's see. If I put this, unplug the mouse.
Everything fish, how are you? Welcome aboard.
Can't really see it too easy, can you? Well,
That didn't help.
That's not helping at all. I had to move the goldfish into here again because just every second day, bloat floating on top of the tank. It seems that any tank that has duckweed in it, he does fine, but without the duckweed, so I probably do have to go to a fish store this week if they're still open and get something completely different to feed him and put him on his own or something.
Don't know if you can see the chat, Josh, from where you are, but Langan's just chucked a $2 super chat your way. Well done. Thank you, Langan.
Thank you, Langan. Appreciate it. It's good to see you here. I know you always comment after that you missed, so I don't know what time it is there, but appreciate it.
What cameras do we have? Yeah. Do you mean for the stream? Because I've got a Logitech C920 and a Logitech C615 for this one.
I don't use the built-in one in my HP laptop, which is quite terrible, only 720p. But are you talking about what we're streaming with, or are you talking about what we used?
Yeah, if you mean for videos, then I just use the old Samsung Galaxy.
Oh, I'll find mine.
I know, Candy, you were there, but look what I got in the mail.
Mhm.
I just got to move this computer. Give myself some more room to do this.
I use a Nikon Coolpix P610, which is basically just a not really a DSLR, but just a fancy digital camera. Records 1080 video, nothing higher than that, which I'm happy with 1080. If I had to try and render video that was any higher than 1080, it'd take 2 days to render a video on my computer.
Oh, thanks, Jake. And also for my fish store tours, I use just a GoPro, mainly because it's small and I don't feel as awkward carrying around a big camera. I can sort of just keep it close to me and I don't feel like everyone's looking at me.
Well, we all know I can really get on with awkward.
Oh.
I'm quite happy to be the awkward guy in the crowd.
Yeah, get a big telephoto lens on it just to walk past fish tanks.
Oh, I did miss a question before from Sean as well, didn't I? Yeah, Sarah's doing better, thanks, Sean. Must say it's been a couple of days since I've seen her, but she hasn't spoken too much of still being terribly ill, so fingers crossed she's doing a lot better.
Hang on, I've just got to assist with the bathroom for what I just
Pickle just saved the day. Ooh. I'm going to have to help acclimate this fish because this water parameters are going to be a little bit different.
Where did you say you're moving them to?
I want to move them over here into the planter tank.
What else is in there at the moment?
Just the Rasboras.
Yeah, right.
And some cherry shrimp. But the only thing is the pH is going to be lower than in here, but they should still be fine. They'll be all right in there. But I'll do a bit of a 50-50 mix. Nicely.
That'd be a great idea, just to cancel society. Back to a tribal existence with the interwebs. And crikey.
Yeah. So what's news, Blackie?
News is, it seems there's a few people in both streams, which is always interesting to see. But yeah, no news other than that, you know. Yeah, I don't think I've got any new news other than what I've already been speaking to people about. Feste GRB, I'm pretty sure I've told you that they're in the same tank now with the divider. I had one of the glass lids off the female side of the tank yesterday, so I could get some mosquito larvae in there for her to eat. G'day, Jesse. How are you? And I'd forgotten to put the lid back on, and I was sitting here last night, and there was a whopping great splash. She'd went for a leap out the top of the tank and hit one of the light bars on the top, and landed back in the tank. No harm done. She's still living, still eating well, but I did replace that lid quite rapidly after that. But yeah, they're both looking healthy. They're both eating well. They don't have any breeding disruption yet, which probably has a little bit to do with the time of year. I do have the water heated now, and it's up to about 25, 26 degrees. If temperatures are for breeding, then once they're used to each other's violent nature, they might be getting a frisky to one another. Yeah, certainly the yeah, I gave her a 6.5 because she landed on her side and she made quite a lot of splash. They are definitely my prime desire to breed at the moment. Hey, Calypso. I'm good, thanks. A little bit weary. You can tell by my squinty eyes and whatever they're called, bags. And,
What's the last fish you bought from a shop?
The last fish I bought from a shop, crikey. Better. My better that died a month or so ago.
My last fish was a cool one, pretty unique. I know you're not a big fan, Blackie, actually, but they were platinum half-beaks.
Why aren't I a fan of them?
I thought we've talked before about you think they're weird because they don't have a top jaw.
Oh, I don't mind weird. They might be weird because of that, but I'd certainly have a crack at keeping them. I think they're pretty decent.
Pretty different sort of live bearer. I've got a video coming out. It's in the schedule for today on them, so pretty cool.
Nice. What have we got?
Oh, yeah.
These aren't easy to catch.
Small. I'm going to plug in these headphones and see if that helps.
Hey, Jesse, Calypso. How is everyone? If you're just joining us, I'm trying to catch all my pygmy cories out of this tank and move the tank and show you a new tank that's going to go up there.
If you haven't seen platinum half-beaks before, that's what they look like. Pretty cool. Red and yellow sort of fins and then just a platinum body.
Where is it? What sort of fish are they? Sorry, the red fins?
Platinum half-beaks, wrestling half-beaks.
Nice.
They're like a miniature. They're like a nano gar. It's kind of cool.
They look cool. How's the stingray going?
Yeah, going well. Yeah, he's pretty funny. Just come out every morning. He's got sand all over him.
Just covered himself.
I'm definitely still repeating on someone's computer.
All right, I'll go and try headphones as well.
I'm not hearing any issues on my end, so it's probably me then.
Well, we've tried yours and it mysteriously goes away.
GRB, I've not bought a fish from a fish shop or anywhere in over 3 years. Any new fish in that time have been bred here. It's pretty cool. And nice and sustainable.
Easy on the bank account.
Yeah.
Nice job tucking in your shirt, Aqua Mate. Very professional.
Thank you.
What seriously though, what's the point of wearing a belt if you're gonna be wearing your pants like that?
What's wrong with my pants?
I think they're that much closer to being socks than pants.
Good news as well, Blackie. You're off the hook because I can still hear myself.
Yeah, I think it's Josh's garage is really conducive to echoing sounds and stuff. And if he's way over there, he's probably just has to have his volume up a wee bit to be able to hear our dulcet tones.
I'm social distancing. Oh.
Do you have a small container or something? It's probably a good time for a close-up photo of the pygmy Corey. It's about the only time you can get one.
That's a good idea, actually.
Hey, Rumble. And anyone else who said hello in the meantime.
I'm gonna have to take all these plants out.
Who's the plumber in the top left? That is good.
Who said that?
C23.
How are you, C2 Freak? Good to see you, mate.
I can grow plants. Not that you guys can probably see because it's all washed out. The reason I'm sucked in is because, if you haven't noticed, I got a new Aqua Mate shirt. It's a bit big.
Fancy.
An Aqua Mate moo.
Yeah. Look, it's all embroidered. So I'm hoping it shrinks. The other ones did.
G'day,
It's
Rumble.
looking sharp. Very professional. I'd give you a brand deal.
How are you, Brene? Rumble? Made it. See you, Jake. Jake's out of here.
See you, Jake.
See you, Jake. Hey, Rumble. How are you?
Big
Hey,
D.
Nath Fish Boy.
How are you, Big D?
It's all happening in here.
I really enjoy changing tanks around.
So is that to make room for a new tank, or what's the theory behind this?
I'm going to put another tank there, and I'll probably use a lot of this stuff in a brand new tank in another room. So I can sort of see this turning into a couple of different fish tanks. So,
Nice.
And at the same time, we can say, hey, Jesse, how are you?
Hey,
Hey, Jesse, how you going?
I want to show you guys my headstanders that I just got today.
I love headstand.
Yeah, they're pretty cool.
Oh, that's
25
awesome. Yeah.
bucks. I put them in with my pipefish. Figure they're compatible.
Awesome. How do you go with the pipefish? Are they pure brine shrimp fed?
Daphnia and brine shrimp.
Nice.
And scuds, of course. And then I bought these Farowella Royal Farowellas, 2 of them.
Cool.
Now you're talking my language. They're the guys I used to breed.
Oh, you bred those? Oh, cool. Yeah, I got a couple. They're not cheap, so I just bought 2, but maybe I should have bought more.
They sure aren't cheap, and that's the reason they kept me in free fish food for over a year.
Nice.
Yeah, so I picked 2 that look very different, so hopefully they're a pair, but can't really tell. They're really small right now.
Yeah.
Blackie, you might be a bit more familiar with yabbies. Oh, but I'm assuming you're going to tell Josh to expand the window.
No, I was going to ask if you guys knew if we can get pipefish down here.
That's a good question. I haven't ever seen any.
I haven't seen them.
Nor have I. But what was what was I supposed to be saying about yabbies?
Oh, Nath Fishboy says that the female yabby is pregnant, but he's surprised because he's got bright blue eggs, or she's got bright blue eggs. I don't know anything about yabbies, so thought you might be a bit.
Who has yabbies?
Nathan Fishboy.
Oh yeah. I've seen his yabbies before.
I can only assume that if the eggs are bright blue, it just means that the babies inside are already very coloured up.
Oh yeah, nice.
Maybe they've just got very strong blue genes. Good Levi's.
I just drank my 75-gallon. It's totally empty now.
What are you going to do with it?
I'm gonna rescape it.
What was in
Blank
it?
cans.
It was my community tank with like almost everything. My rainbow fish, goldfish, like a whole bunch of stuff. But I got rid of it. Put some in pond.
Did you take the fish to the fish store or move them somewhere else?
No, I gave some away, and then the rest I just moved into the bag.
Got a bit of wind there today, Jesse. G'day, Anthony. How are you, mate?
Well, that's what I need to do. I need to catch this. Have this female Agazizi that I need to move out because I don't know what happened to the male. So she's useless now.
And what is on that little wooden stool just to the right of your shot?
This?
Oh, it's just a fan. Just the way it was rigged up with the stuff behind it, it looked like some kind of intricate machinery.
And brine shrimp. But let me catch this Agazizi. Oh, look at my rabbit snail.
Oh, it's a beast.
It's
Have
weird
you found that
because,
it eats plants?
No. It has some babies too, if you can see the babies.
Oh, that's so cool. Yeah, I looked into rabbit snails a little while back, but a few people said that they ate plants, so I was like, nah.
Nah, I don't agree with that.
Huh. Got a
Can
nice.
we even get them down here?
Yeah.
No, I've never seen them,
Well,
but I do like their pretty faces.
Yeah. Are you trying to catch an apisto of some description?
yeah, Pistogramma Agazizi.
Oh,
I
nice.
just have a female, so I'm taking her out of here. She's useless without the male. I don't know what happened to the male at all.
You are a very experienced fish catcher if you can use that net.
You have to. There's so many plants in here that you like you can't maneuver with a large net. But darn, she's
The
gone.
only thing I would use that net for is have a large net like up the top and then just use it to wrangle the fish into the large net. But
This is
pretty hard to do that with
I
the
mainly
camera in
use
there.
these to catch Daphnia, like to feed Daphnia, or to sort my guppy fry into like male and females.
Yeah.
No one will ever be able to say that you're afraid of a challenge, Jesse.
Like, where is she? She's like, she's gone. I will find you. I will find you.
With regard to your question, Nath, I'm only speculating there. I've never even seen blue eggs. I've only ever seen them as creamy white colours also. So that'll be interesting to follow along with the progress there, mate.
If they're like shrimp, like sometimes they're just different color for no apparent reason. There you are.
Candy was saying, how is it not eating the plants? You're talking about the apistogramma because they only eat like dead plants,
Well,
don't they?
I'm thinking she's talking about the rabbit snail.
Oh, the rabbit snails.
Yeah. I mean, look at the tank. Obviously, she's
There you
not
go. You
eating.
did it. Blake, he's an experienced fish catcher.
Okay, she's going in with the head standers because there is blue dreams in that tank that she was in. So I don't want her to eat them all.
This. I've just made a big mess.
How are the outdoor pseudomoguls going, Jesse?
Oh, no fry yet. I'll
I'm
go
super
show you my
excited about. I'm going with everybody else and saying that some dragonflies got into my ponds because I've shown people before, like on camera, that there was like at least 80 fry in there, and I only pulled out 20.
Did you see the dragonfly larvae though?
I'm not even sure that I would know what they really look like, but I've seen lots of little critters and leeches and all that sort of stuff in there, so
You
can
know
assume that
dragonfly
there was
larvae,
one.
so they're alien-looking little critters with big mouth parts.
Yeah,
Okay.
they more look like a wriggly worm rather than like.
Well, maybe I thought that the mosquito larvae was. I thought that dragonfly larvae was mosquito larvae or something. I'm not sure.
Dragonfly larvae much bigger. You're looking at about 1.5 centimeters to 2 centimeters long and much chunkier.
Yeah, okay. Well, I never really dug around in there because I wanted them to sort of stay comfortable. So I just pretty much put the plants in, put some food in every 3 or 4 days, and that's it.
Yeah, I just moved out my Luminatus in here.
Nice.
This pond. So, yeah.
I just saw something swim by.
They seem comfortable. Yeah, they're in there. There's 3 females and 2 males. But then what used to be in this tub before then was these guppies from Kamaki Backyard. Well, it was really cool. Cherry shrimp.
Oh, that's a nice
And
ass.
they're like the like if you can compare them.
Breaking up a fair bit.
Oh, I'm too far from the internet.
Usually when you see a chicken, you're probably too far from the internet.
But those shrimp are like fluorescent yellow. That's so good.
Okay, how's
Thanks,
that?
Chevy. Yeah, I'll have to do a bit of Googling before next year, but I'm keen to sort of keep the pond life going. Yeah, that's better, Jesse.
Let's see if I can get close to my my puffers that I just bought. I just put them in this little ceramic porcelain bowl. 2 red-eyed red-tailed puffers. Got a male and a female. So
Oh, cool.
hopefully they'll breed in here because I got a bunch of Daphnia.
Who
Right,
would have
we'll
thought you could just chuck puffers in a bucket with nothing, eh?
Yeah.
You'll make a lot of Australians envious because there's pretty much next to no puffers we can get affordably over here.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, my wife and son
Why is that?
are building Lego. Did I interrupt? Sorry.
Yep. What happened?
Me or Jesse?
You, Josh.
I just went to move something and I'm like opened the door and my wife and son are playing Lego and they're just listening to Everything Is Awesome. Carry on.
So are those what they call dragon puffers, or is that a different thing?
No, it's a red-eye red-tail puffer.
Ah. And they stay that small? Or?
I don't know. I just got them. But I hear they like acidic water. So that water is pretty acidic. It's just rainwater and piece of driftwood that made it really red.
Oh, they seem to have quite a pointy nose for a puffer too.
Yeah, they look kind of wicked. What
Yeah,
else did I do
C23 is on the money. When you live in paradise, you can have random tubs and buckets, and the fish in them are just fine. Nailed it.
40 to
Although
45
it does,
kilometers.
although it does sound like Hawaii is being blown closer towards the mainland today by the wind.
Is it windy? I mean, it is windy, but you guys can hear it?
Only when you
Not
walk
now, but yeah, when you were on the steps.
I love these guys. I wish they would breed these blue axolotls. I don't know if you guys have those over there.
Not familiar.
I've never heard of them. Are they a live parrot or a tetra or something?
There's egg scatters, I think. But there's green axolotls, red axolotls, and these are the blue ones.
Yeah, I was gonna say, old Herbert Axelrod, he's discovered a few things, so there's a lot of things named Axelrod. That's the trouble.
Yeah.
Is he the singer from Guns N' Roses?
Yeah, Axelrod Rose.
Oh, and these punks, they ate their kids.
Jerks.
The first batch, they have a second batch. Like, I think after the second batch, they killed the first batch because they figured the first batch might kill the second batch. I don't know. So at least I have a second batch.
Okay, so it looks like these Axelrod are a type of Danio by the quick Googling I'm doing right now.
Oh, are they? They seem more like a Rasbora to me, but I don't know what really the difference between a Danio and Rasbora is anyway.
Thunder Danio.
Kiwi Mama, how's it going? Kia ora.
Kiwi!
I don't know if you guys can. There's a lot of studs.
Nice. Species has not been bred often in the hobby due to the fact it does not appreciate fluctuating water conditions. Reports do exist, and the greatest success has been when the adult are maintained alone in a good-sized group in heavily planted mature aquarium.
What is that about?
So basically, to breed those Axelrod, you just got to keep the water as stable as possible and a pH below 6.
Oh, below 6.
Yeah.
It's not below 6 right now.
I guess if it's above 6, the eggs just won't hatch properly.
Oh, I mean, it's supposed to be. It's my black water tank supposedly, but I just changed the water today.
Yeah.
And I don't know why, but my RODI water came out high pH for some reason. I don't know if my pH meter is just broken or something.
Maybe need to replace the resin or whatever.
Yeah, I'll show you what it's like. This it's this brand. You know anything about this?
I didn't even use my test kit anymore, let alone
let's
check for
test
TDS.
it. So the test water says it's 5.7. So let's see what this water is.
Is there like bits in your
Oh, it's 6.2. Not bad. 6.
In your RODI unit, don't you have to change certain things in there once in a while?
Yeah, but it hasn't been long enough yet. It shouldn't have been due.
Yeah, right. Fair enough.
Yeah. Okay, well, it's looking not too bad, given I just changed the water. Probably was at 7.0. So probably slowly drop. Yeah.
Chuck some peat moss in there or something. Might drop it down.
Should I? Should I put some peat moss?
Yeah, why not?
Can't hurt. It's a black water tank after all, didn't you say?
It is. It is.
It's going to help you out on two fronts then.
All right, I just got to attend to these youngins. 1 second.
Mine has been doing really good. I don't know what they're doing inside, but they haven't bothered me
It's 'cause
almost at all.
You haven't stolen their earbuds.
Maybe I'll stick in some leaves.
You got stuff everywhere. It's great.
Yeah, there's this Indian almond leaf tree by my working place.
Oh, neat. Very convenient.
Stick one in here. This is my chili raspberry tank, and there's some licorice gummies in here, so they want it really acidic as well.
Was that just a leaf at the top?
Yeah. Can I turn this? Does this work?
That's better.
I see these. These fish are gorgeous. They're these licorice gummies, but they're super shy. Like they have blue tails. They're always hiding in the back. Get out of there. There's one.
What's that plant?
What, this one?
Oh, no,
just
the one of the big ones.
the big one?
Yeah.
Pothos.
Focus.
Oh,
Pothos.
okay.
Yeah. Guppies, guppies, guppies.
Do you reckon? So with those two green water tanks, do you deliberately make them green water, or do you think it's
No,
straight
there's-
in between ones? Or not?
So there's no difference as far as what I do between these two. I don't understand why this is green and this is not.
Wow.
I don't know. It's every other though. See? Every other.
Yeah, that's super
Why?
strange.
It's super strange. Yes. Yeah. They all get the same food. I don't know. And then these guys got some babies. My Pistogramma cockatoides have fry.
Nice. C23, they're definitely more white than silver.
What is he talking about?
A platinum half beaks.
Oh yeah. They're more white. Yeah. They're life bearers, right?
Yeah, well, it was interesting when I was researching them before I picked them up. In captivity, they have a lot of dramas with they birth stillborns. So they reckon it's because of a lack of vitamin D. So you got to make sure, if you want the offspring to survive, you got to feed lots of brine shrimp and high quality vitamins and minerals and stuff.
Can fish process vitamin D from the sun like mammals do and reptiles do?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I wonder. But yeah, so they have about 10 to 20 fry every 3 to 6 weeks, similar to guppies, but a bit less.
I need to try that one day in a tub.
Yeah, I the more I think about it, like imagine how cool it would be if you had like a heap of guppies down the bottom, a heap of shrimp. I mean, heap of guppies in the middle, heap of shrimp down the bottom, and a heap of half beaks up the top. I mean, they could all deal with the calcium and the hardness in the water. Maybe less so the shrimp, but it would be good for their shells, and they'd all just naturally reproduce. Chocolate full of plants at all layers, and it would be a really cool self-sustaining tank, I reckon.
Well, actually, I just drained this tub today, and I put these silverlegos in. But I was hoping to see a lot more shrimp. I think I put about 5 shrimp to begin with, and I only have 20. So I was expecting like hundreds. But
Yeah,
pretty sure these guppies were probably picking off the babies. I mean, they're large enough to do so.
wow, those are some nice looking guppies.
Yeah, these are from Kamaki Backyard.
They're the 24K guppies, or
He's calling them neon macariffs.
okay.
Yeah, but I just colony bred them in here. But he like line breeds them, so it's a good experiment to see like colony breeding versus line breeding. Let's see how.
Yeah,
His are nicer, definitely. So that was the goal in like to prove that you shouldn't colony breed guppies because it's not going to turn out as nice.
yep.
So that's probably going to be my next video to kind of go through.
You're making me want to move closer to the equator. Might have to move up to Queensland having a look at this backyard.
Do you ever get your chooks picking fish out of your tubs and tanks out there?
Get what?
Your chickens, sorry, we call them chooks. Your chickens, do they eat any of your fish in your tubs?
No, they don't. They drink water, but they I've never seen them pick out a fish.
Yeah, right. Handy, good.
Maybe you put it in while the Wi-Fi was a bit iffy, but do you just put straight water in there, no dechlorinator?
Here, I don't know if you can see this. Can you see this?
You're a bit frozen.
Not really, yeah.
Frozen and your audio's coming in and out, Jess.
Okay. How about now?
Oh, okay, I can see it. It's hooked up to a carbon filter, is it?
Yeah. That's how I change. I mean, I just leave it on 24/7. But
Yeah, nice.
so all my water is chlorine free.
Because my trouble is down here, we have chloramine in the water, so I pretty much can't get away with not using dechlorinator.
They that filters out chloramines too.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. I think they use it for RVs.
Yeah, gotcha. There's not a heap, but it's just, yeah, I've trialed it a few times, but with little success.
So you tried the filter and you still had issues?
Oh no, I tried just leaving it to quote unquote age and all that, but yeah, the chloramine definitely stays in there.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense.
C23 wants to know if it's a 300-gallon tub, Jesse. I think
That
he's
is.
referring to the big black one.
That is, yes. I have 2 of those. You
Good
saw how green
size.
the water was?
It's definitely a good size to work with.
Mm-hmm. I
wish
just
they'd
put
make
in some
more of those big
turquoise
tubs.
rainbows in one of the 300 gallons. We'll see
nice.
if we have some fry. That should be interesting.
So you put the adults out there, not just to drop a spawning mop in? Because I'm interested in that too.
I have water lettuce, so natural spawning mops.
No, I just think because the adults might eat the fry.
Yeah, they probably would, but there's this there. I know the internet's gonna drop. Like, you can get a quick look before it does.
Running against the internet.
The turquoise rainbow. So there's a lot of plants.
Oh yeah, some nice.
Survival of the
And
fittest.
there's some it's rice fish. There's a fly right there. So they're breeding in here.
Yeah, the
So
daisies
green, the
do
water.
pretty well outside. I found like mine were only out there for a couple of months in the end, and yeah, I had 5 or 6 different fry.
Then here's the orange medocas. Let's see if I can catch some fry in. I don't know if you guys can see that. Some babies. Yeah, so rice fish are pretty good in ponds. I'm glad you did that video because it kind of inspired me to like give it a go. It's been working
Oh,
out pretty
nice.
good.
Well, hopefully you have a bit more longevity than I got in the end, because the weather just turned on us, and then this week again it's been sort of high 20s, which is what, 80 odd degrees. So I'm like, oh, I could have just put a heater in for a week and I would have been fine.
Oh, so it's getting cold there now?
It got cold for a solid week, and then it's warmed up again this week.
Oh, it's warm again.
Really most difficult year to predict what's happening, I reckon.
Yeah, we're spoiled. Sure. Our temperatures are pretty consistent.
Yeah, that is a great reason to live closer to the equator. Consistency.
Although I kind of have found that I breed certain fish better in the winter because it's not too hot.
It took me way too long to realize what Aqua Mate is.
So that's what I was working on.
Quite.
Nice.
Quite.
I designed it myself at 100%. No.
Nice.
No, I didn't really. It was a display at the Underwater Pet Expo. It did fall apart, and I had to rebuild it, so it looks a little bit different. But yeah, that is the new spot.
Looks sharp. Some delivery man's done a good job bringing it to you in one piece.
And I'll show you the black water one of this stuff.
I was the delivery man.
You guys live that close to each other?
No, it's pretty far. It was a whole day pretty much by the time I went out there and came back.
Aqua Mate's pretty good at paying his delivery fees, though.
Yeah, you were supposed to give me some guppy grass. That didn't end up happening.
What's in there? What kind of fish is that? Silugos?
They're just endless.
Endlers?
Yeah.
Josh has 2 fish, endlers and cribs. That's it.
Crevensis?
Yeah.
Oh, I just redid my Crevensis tank today. Poor things were living in a bare tank. Where are they? Where are they?
Hey, St. Creek. Hope that you got the good word on that test.
Oh, right on. Okay, so he's negative, I assume.
Oh, nice. Good job.
Thirsty Rabbit, Nathan, Anthony, how are we? Oh, there's that cigar. Oh, how are we going to do this?
Why are they
Oh, you got cribs in there?
Yeah, a pair.
How can you have cribs? I have cribs.
Cribs on cribs on cribs.
Yeah, you're hiding. Did you guys see these Corys?
Oh,
Some of
they're
my
cool.
favorite.
Are they Weitzman eye or?
Odofi.
Oh, cool.
They used to go for like $20 a piece.
Is that an egg right on the front there? In the bottom corner on the glass? Just
No, it's probably duckweed.
there?
I wish.
You should have just said it was. I wouldn't debate it.
There's like white clouds and Daisy's rice fish in here as well.
I'm back.
Is
Sorry,
there
the crocodile was calling me. G'day, Thirsty. G'day, Creaky.
Those white clouds are looking nice too. They're nearly like longfin.
Yeah, those are longfin. Yeah. I just started with 6, but I got a bunch. I got some in this tank and this tank too. I got them in. Damn this glare. So I got them in these 2 tanks.
Yeah, I did. I only left 2 ponds still going. One with white clouds and one with platinum rice fish. So we'll see how they go year round down here.
Oh, my battery's dying. I have to go back up and charge it.
But yeah, I've definitely got big plans for next year with ponds. You're busting me eating a lolly.
Anthony, this one's for you.
There you go. Gosh. All right. Well, so the whole idea of this stream was to say, what are we going to do when we have more time in our fish room? I've just done it all, so I've got nothing to do now for the next couple of weeks.
You might be able to get your guitar and your bass down off the wall and get some practice in.
I was playing the guitar last night.
You've also got to do a video on that Rachel O'Leary inspired tank behind you.
You know, I just put some more plants in it, and I'm like, actually, it looks pretty good. I will. I might do a video on it in the next couple of days, and then I'll keep working on it. But what I was going to try and do is watching. You know, it was they had like a egg crate in the back of the tank, and then growing the moss off the egg crate. I was like, that would look cool in there, like a moss wall, and then have less plants in the foreground and stuff, and open the tank up a bit. But also in that tank is a croaking gourami as well, Jessie, and a whole bunch of shrimp.
Oh, nice.
And the only reason there's endless there is because I couldn't get them out. I changed the tank over.
Candy, it was low of 10 degrees Celsius overnight for 5 nights. So what's that? Who's good at Fahrenheit?
It's like 45, 40 something.
Yeah.
I think.
I'm no good at Fahrenheit. I have to Google it every time.
But what was interesting with that tank was you did a live chat a couple weeks ago about caring for young, caring for your fry in your fish room. And it was then that I noticed that the fry in that tank are the same as these guys. They're twice the size, and they've all got colours already, and none of them have shown any colour. So I was like, do tannins help with that or not? Could just be that there's less of them competing for food. I don't know, but maybe it's a good way to help them breed. And also another one was that I was always told with endless early days that the water parameters dictate how many males and females you get, which I don't believe, but they all seem to be coming out males. So interesting. At least I thought it was.
No, it is interesting. I'm just still thinking about a lot of people did ask me why I sort of pulled the pin when it's 10 degrees because it's not that cold, but it was purely because I didn't want to risk the honey blue eyes out there. I just, and if I pull down one pond, I might as well. I'm already all dirty. I might as well just pull down the others. So that's pretty much the reason.
It's also where we live. We always joke about how you get 4 seasons in one day too. So it'll be like freezing cold in the morning, and you'll rug up, put a jumper and long pants on and stuff, and go to work. And by lunchtime, you're like wishing you were wearing shorts and just down to a t-shirt.
Yeah.
And then in the afternoon, it'll rain all afternoon.
Yeah. So I think pretty typical that week. It was low of 10 degrees Celsius or 50 Fahrenheit and top of 17, which is like 62 odd. So, yeah. I don't know. I thought that was good enough to pull it down. But Blackie, you're year-rounding some guppies in a bathtub, aren't you?
Yeah, but last year I had a big die-off about this time of year when it started to get quite cold, but I'm not sure if it was temperature-based. So now that I've got that other tank out there beside, I'm thinking of splitting a few into the tank, maybe not so many of the pretty ones, but running a couple of those heaters that I bought the other day in the bathtub just at about 20 degrees, so it's not working too hard. And yeah, see if temperature is a factor with their die-offs. I mean, we do get down to single figures overnight, but they should be able to handle a little bit of that. So yeah, it'll be a bit of an experiment again this year. Last year I had to just pull everything out of the tub because I just thought it was temperature. But now I've got 2 setups out there. I can at least do a little bit of experimenting.
And what is it now? Is it fall over there?
What's that?
Is it fall?
Autumn. Yeah.
Autumn, yeah. Okay.
It's autumn.
G'day, William Pridemore.
Autumn. But in theory, as generations survive the winter, you should have a super strong line of guppies anyway.
I think the guppies are funny because, like I was saying at the start of the show, was that I've got them in every tank all of a sudden, and there's 2 or 3. This tank out here, it does have a heater actually. It's set at 20 degrees, but as long as they're inside, it doesn't seem to matter if you have a heater or not. I mean, they do better with a heater, but they don't die. Well,
Keen to try these guys outside as well. These emerald raspberries. In theory, they should be okay. It does snow where they're from.
What would a better sorority pond be like?
Well, I've got an unheated better sorority. I'll shield myself from the hate. But
but what do you do with when they actually? Oh no, sorry. If you put a male in there or something, they bred. You got to be right on top of that, don't you? You can't just let it go. Right?
Are they all different colors, like blue and red and all kind?
Yeah, they're actually all the females from the spawn. So there's like a turquoise, a red, a blue. Like powdery blues. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Now, better breeding is super fun. I love it. It's really hands-on. Like, you determine everything, You put them in a tank, you condition them up for a couple of days, and then you release the female in there, and then, you watch for 24 hours, and then you pull the female out, and, it's just very, very hands-on. It's not like other fish.
Yeah.
It's like playing God or being a scientist or something,
Yeah.
That's the way I see it.
It is pretty fun.
The only downside is them having to rehome 2 million bedders. That's the only downside.
So you're going to be?
I didn't rehome them. I just fed them to my Oscar, and I kept a few.
Oh yeah. Well, because I was trying to sell them, but they were going so cheap that I was like, I'm in danger now of selling them to people who are going to put them in like a mason jar on their windowsill, and I don't know if I can really get down on that. So yeah, I just kept a lot of them.
Yeah, I had this one lady 12 months ago who kept wanting to buy guppies off me, but she was doing tiny little tanks, countertop tanks and stuff, and I just couldn't bring myself to selling any to her.
Yeah.
Sean is asking what kind of cigar.
Another HC one, is it?
The silly
HC
question.
So you might have covered this earlier, Jesse, but obviously you're going to be able to keep yourself very busy if you end up locked down over there, or if you're not already.
We're locked down to April 30th. So
Okay, isn't like stage 3 or 4, or
we have like only 100 cases, so they kind of pulled the trigger pretty fast and early, which is fine with me. But yeah, I mean, we're just being careful, I guess.
Yeah, we're wishing that they would do that. Yeah, but yeah, you're going to be kept pretty busy, I suppose.
Oh, I mean, I work at home now, and it's been so weird because everyone's so much more productive, it seems, because like I have so much more emails coming at me, forcing me to work harder. I was like, what the hell? This doesn't happen doing regular work. Like everyone's trying to just prove that I'm working at home. I'm working at home. See, like it's so weird. Everyone's working like extra hard. So I say like this is actually a good thing for productivity.
Yeah, it's interesting. Mine, like my job, half the time I work from home anyway, but we just had to make a call on Friday to close our showroom. So that's put a couple of people off for now. And I'm going to have all the showroom calls diverted to my mobile. So I'm starting to think I'll be sitting around going, all right, there's nothing to do. And then every 10, 15 minutes, it's going to be phone call, disaster, fix this, fix that.
Yeah. Like I can send out an email, and if I'm like not during this time, I can expect to wait like 2 or 3 days for a response. And like nowadays, I can get like the response, like 3 responses from the same person in the same day. It's like, what the hell? This is what you could have been doing. Yeah.
Actually, that's funny you say that because someone did that to me yesterday and Friday night to show that they were working. You're like, all right, I'm not working now. I'm trying to switch off.
Yeah.
But I always feel bad because we have a lot of Skype meetings these days, and if you get an impromptu Skype call and I'm not at the computer at that time and I missed it, I'm like, oh geez, they're gonna think I'm bludging, sitting around in the fish room or whatever. Which is not untrue, but I still don't want people to think that.
Yeah.
It's funny actually. Yesterday I used Zoom for the first time. A lot of people have been using Zoom over here for their meetings, and yeah, we had a beer with 9 of my mates. So we set up at a certain time. We all jumped on. We all had a beer, and we all just had a chat.
Makes it okay.
Yeah, it was interesting.
Yeah, sounds nice.
But I heard. Sorry.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say it's just interesting because it's like, oh, hey, this is different and fun, and then you go, this could be the only way we other than a phone call, sort of stay in touch over the next couple of months or whatnot.
Yeah. No, I heard that Zoom stock is going up because everyone's using it.
Yeah.
Zoom and WebEx is the other one.
We tried Zoom as well, but it wasn't that successful. I just thought the entire time that StreamYard would be easier. Don't go live, just set up a room and do it that way. That's what I reckon anyway, but you're limited to 6.
Yes, that was I like the idea with Zoom, and I know some people use Zoom and OBS online on YouTube, but I don't know. I still got to figure all that stuff out. because I would like to change the look. I mean, StreamYard's fine, but I'd like to be able to have more interactive or, more images, ways to support other channels and stuff popping up on the screen. Yeah, like you've got that there. How do you do that?
Through OBS.
So is OBS like your virtual camera?
Yeah, so I've messed it all up now, but I can do lots of stuff like my intro, that one, celebration.
Celebrate good Blakes. Oh yeah.
I'm hoping to be able to put a 700 up the top there. I usually put whatever number it is, but
what are you 13 away now?
8, I think, or 9.
Yeah, I was so disappointed when you stepped past the 666 mark.
Nice and
The
close.
power of
If you
past
haven't got
compelling.
Blake, grab Blake. But we're all over the internet this morning. There's other streams. People not getting notifications. Hey Pam, and I just saw you right before. Big D Smoke. Hello. So I don't know what's going on. Every time I've been in someone else's stream, it doesn't tell me how many people are in there either. It just says stream started so and so minutes ago. Doesn't say 29 watching or whatever.
I think what happens is it shows you that on the display for the first 30 minutes. I think once it goes over 30 minutes, then that little space on that line gets taken up with the how long ago instead of how many are there.
I've always had
Is that what it is?
how many are watching, and then if you click the down button, it tells you how long ago they streamed. It started the stream, but because the confusing thing is sometimes you click on it, you just miss a stream, and you go, "Oh, is this the start, or is this are they actually going live?"
In saying that, my theory must be wrong because on my YouTube screen on this stream it says 24 watching now started streaming 76 minutes ago. So my theory's been blown out of the water.
I actually haven't even had a look on YouTube. I've just been on here.
Well, I'm starting to feel a bit positive now. I feel like it's starting to pick up in the last few days. My sort of dead patches seems to have gone away. So yeah, I'm pretty buoyant about how it's going. How it's
You talking
starting.
about you talking about like watch hours and stuff, or number of watches?
Yeah, like new subscribers and just like how people are able to find your stuff and all that. So
Yeah, I've noticed the same. I think people is finally bounced out of watching the news all the time.
yeah, everyone's sick of hearing the same article over and over again.
Finally, like the last couple of days. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
2 days.
find it really
Yeah.
annoying. I get up in the morning and usually I'll watch someone's video or whatever before I get out of bed because I don't want to get out of bed, and I keep getting the Channel 9 news update from like 17 hours ago, but it says that it's just like a new update from 2 minutes ago, and it's always New South Wales. So it's like, this is what's happening in New South Wales. I'm like, I don't live there. Why is this keep coming to me?
Well, stop watching Channel 9 news and put the ABC on instead because the ABC is very thorough right across the country.
Yeah, ABC is good, but that's what I'm not watching. Channel 9. It's coming up on my YouTube. Only the Channel 9 reporting of it. I
decided to get all of my news only through memes. I don't watch any news.
I'm trying to think what your reality looks like right now. There's a really funny meme yesterday that someone sent me, and they just say, during this crisis, you have two options. Option A, stay at home with your wife and kids. Option B, and he's like, option B.
I did see that they filled up all the toilet paper aisles with Easter eggs now.
Well,
There's a lot of people going and seeing purple. See, in Australia, like the big toilet paper companies are purple packaging, and the big chocolate company is Cadbury, which is also purple packaging. So people turn the corner, see all this purple, and then it's like, oh, it's a chocolate bunny.
That's funny. Josh, where are we? Aussie Fish Adventures just said he's just finished doing water changes because they got a bucket load of rain. And also cracked some lily lotus seeds. Hopefully they sprout. Good luck with that. What did you just get rain this morning, or did you get it? Was it yesterday? Because apparently there's a big storm headed our way, and it might hit you before it hits me, Blake. What
I
are
have
they
to show
doing?
this. They're getting inventive when I'm not around. The older one's making the young one pull him around in the wagon. Right, I'll sit here and you pull me around. It's like they know I'm watching.
That's so funny. I'll see if I can show you a photo actually of Harry. There was a time where I left him alone for 3 minutes at a time because I was trying to cook something.
Crazy kids. But definitely the old indoor Wi-Fi camera has been a godsend of an investment. Real handy. Even if I just put them to bed, then I used to have to sit around and wait for there to be no noise for like an hour, but now I can just know straight away. Point it down the hallway.
Does your Wi-Fi camera have a speaker on it as well, so you can go, put your head back down on your pillow?
Yeah.
I like that.
I'll count to 3.
Freak some kids out when they're younger. I'll show you this. This is literally, I was trying to cook something, and
I'll be back.
every time I would leave Harry alone for a couple minutes, and I go back. This was within 10 minutes. I found him in all these spots. Let's do it. Shit, we just lost Jesse, did we?
Oh, he said he'll be back.
Window. The first time, I'm like, why is he sit down on the chair? And then the next time, he's climbing under a coffee table. And then the next time, he's outside on a chair. I'm like, can I just cook something, please? Oh, God. Okay.
Oh, yeah. So one time, Charlie was really, really quiet, and we were just out having a barbecue and stuff. And then he came out a few minutes later looking like this. That's lipstick.
I feel like it's always boys.
Yeah.
We've all been
confused. Where are we? Sand Creek. Well, maybe it's just because of the daylight savings, because we haven't hit daylight savings and you guys have. Aquarius is maintained by Andy. Hello. Welcome. I haven't seen your name here before.
Yeah, it might just be a combination of the difference in time and also YouTube not wanting to send out notifications to anyone these days.
It is weird. I'm missing a lot of stuff. I was watching King of DIY before.
You're watching Rumble's videos?
Yes, that's it. And I was watching King of DIY, and it's really funny because my mates this morning were like messaging each other because one of our mates made an isolation playlist of like old music that we listened to in high school and stuff. And it's on Google Play, and a couple of guys were like, Google Play? I use Spotify. Why would you do that? And then they had like this little fight about which one's better. And a couple of the guys made a good point. They said Google Play is way better because you get YouTube Premium, no ads. And I'm like, I lost the YouTube Premium part of mine. Anyway, they mentioned it this morning. I watched a 10-minute video of Joey's, and I got like 6 ad interruptions.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, YouTube are they lifting it going? I mean, you had 165,000 views in. Is that Thirsty Rabbit?
That's Blackie and Thirsty Rabbit as kids.
That's me and Thirsty when we used to hang out on the back steps.
That's awesome. But yeah, I found it very interesting that all of a sudden they've got heaps more ads coming up as well, while they know people are doing more. Well, you were still going on the same time for me, though. Yes. Next week is our daylight savings. So someone help me out. What happens? Do we lose an hour or do we gain an hour?
We go backwards an hour.
So that means we'd be starting 27 minutes ago in a fortnight. Is that right?
It's darker in the morning but lighter at night.
That confuses me too because the sun does that itself as well. But yeah, it will change. So, I mean, I'll schedule the next one not long after this, and we'll see what happens. Or you won't see what happens for another week anyway. Or Blake or Blackie, if one of you are going to go live next Sunday, then we'll know then, won't we?
Well, I'll touch base with Jimbo through the week, and if he's going to go at the same time next week, then I'll just stream straight after him instead of competing.
Yeah, that would work.
An hour difference doesn't make any difference at my end.
I will be happy to join you guys.
Refer to this again too and say that this guy turns 20 in a couple of weeks, and this guy is already 21 now. Just for the cute reference.
They look youthful for kids in their 20s.
You beat me to it, Blake. I was going to say, I don't look that old.
That's my youthful genes that they've got. I'm actually 67 now.
Geez, they must moisturize a bit.
Doesn't work.
But yeah, I'll touch base with Jimbo through the week and see what his plan is next weekend.
Yep.
And we'll make a decision from there, and then between Blake and myself, we'll work out whose channel we go on and whatnot.
Yeah, we'll sort it out. I did reach an interesting milestone the other day. I got my first warning from StreamYard that I'm approaching too many hours.
It's because you've been going so long on those Thursday nights.
Yeah, the old 3 to 4 hours a week. That sort of adds up quick, I guess.
I get you at the start, and then I've got to go and do dinner and stuff, and then I'm like, I'm having fun here, but we'll go have dinner, put Harry to bed, and then I'll come back, and that's just the moment that you're like, okay, see you guys. Do you do it on purpose?
Yeah, that's the main idea. I've also moved an hour earlier too, because then Rumble doesn't come in. Oh, he's here in the chat. Oh, that's all.
There he is. Rumble, are you going to jump up and say hello? Thirsty? Have you fixed your audio? Or it doesn't matter if you haven't, but do you want to say hello? Nobody talk until they respond. I can't not talk for 10 seconds. I know I've asked you this before, Blake, and Blackie, you probably know the answer to this, but if I want to do a carpet in this new tank, what do I go with?
Pearlweed. Come on, Blake, you know you want to say pearlweed.
Yeah.
That's the one that I killed, yeah?
Yeah, that's the one.
And hello, Ginger Graves. How are you? Yeah, my pearlweed's growing choice. I don't know if you've heard or not, Aqua Mate, but mine's already grown an inch since I put it in.
I don't know if you've heard or not, though.
Have you procured some decent fertilizer?
No, so actually I should. I've been using this. You told me to use that, not the other one. But
Yeah,
I will have
they're both just trace fertilizer, so you need some
I reckon
good
on Tuesday, if I can, I'll run down, I'll get some I don't know, plant-based food for the goldfish, some more fertilizer, and probably another light, because I don't like how this one's gonna. This one looks a bit silly at the moment.
My rule of thumb with
I can order that online.
My rule of thumb is put a bloody bristle nose in each tank.
But
bristle nose are the best plant fertilizers.
there's a big old hole in the bag. All there. But
Put
no,
your face on it.
I don't think that would work. It would have to be over here. There's a big.
The hell?
It would have to be. Anyway.
Yes, I have changed that, but you're right. Maybe I can order that online, can't I? Liverpool?
Yep. eBay, TechDen, I think. A bunch of places have it, but you can also go to the website, liverpoolcreekaquariums.com.au. Hashtag not sponsored.
I'll see. I might call the shop on Tuesday, because unfortunately we got some sad news last week that my local fish store is closing down. So that sucks. I've done a video there. I've got a video that will probably come out this week because I don't think I'm ever going to get that extra bit of footage that I wanted from them. So I'll just put it together now, and maybe a little bit of a. Actually, it's not a very good idea to say, go on, get out of your house and go down and support them for closing down. But let people know maybe they'll do something online. That's where Blake got his stingray as well. So if you've seen that video, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Steve,
how much was that stingray anyway? How much does stingrays cost?
$350. Which is about $20 US.
300. Is that how much it
350.
costs? Oh,
Yeah.
damn. I don't know if I want one anymore.
I watched Swisky's video the other day, blog 8, and it's at the start.
I just watched it today.
He fills his car up for $8. It cost me $110 to fill my car up. Yeah.
How much is gas right now? What the hell?
I don't know. I think it was like $1.36 a gallon or something like that.
Wow.
Wow.
I have an electric vehicle, so I don't fill gas anymore.
Oh, geez, that's cool.
And you can also run people over really stealthily, which is a good inclusion.
Yeah.
Didn't even hear it coming.
Well, I have my air condition on, so it's a little bit loud. If I turn my aircon off, it's totally silent. Lake Stingray video.
Rumble Thirsty. The link is in Hangouts. Woohoo.
I already put it in there, but yours certainly looks a lot tidier than the one that I copied.
Yours is a Facebook link, which is
Yours goes through Facebook.
It still gets you there eventually, but I didn't even click that I could just go onto the StreamYard page that we're on and copy it from there, did I? I went back to the message you sent me earlier and did it from there.
Zuckerberg just wants to get his dirty mitts on it on the way through.
He's own StreamYard now. Candy, our gas prices are plummeting. It's funny you say that because that's exactly what was meant to be happening before things got a bit more serious over here. They were saying that, I can't remember why, was it America and Saudi Arabia were coming to the same agreement or something, so all petrol prices should drop. And we were expecting it to happen, and it just never happened. Well, it has happened. It happened like 20 cents, like $1.50 to $1.30 for a litre. But, yeah.
It's also because
$1.16 I paid the other day.
it's a necessary drop. Like, you need all that fuel while you're just sitting at home. Makes sense.
Yeah.
I know, actually. I was thinking the other day I'll go fill up just in case it's actually an apocalypse and I need to drive somewhere. I dreamt that it was an apocalypse last night and Arnold Schwarzenegger was my dad, so I was pretty safe.
Get down. Get to the chopper. Shut down the Aqua Mate channel.
$2.59 in some places, and he was stoked. There you go. Paid $1 in Perth. There you go for a litre. That's crazy. I'm tipping that when Jimmy did that video, that his car wasn't on empty though, because 12 gallons is what, 48 litres.
Yeah,
I don't know. My tank.
If you look closely, it was just 2 jerry cans tied to a bike.
God, that's still cheaper than us here. That cost us $20 to fill up. What's going on? It's not who?
No, someone's. Nathan said there's some wind.
It's my air conditioner, I reckon.
Oh, okay. It's not that bad, actually.
An air conditioning guru, you should know how to do it, how to sort that out.
Yeah, air conditioner. But my air's blowing in the wind. Haven't you noticed? That's why I've got it going. Oh Lord! Oh, hang on. Have I been ignoring Rumble? Sorry, you're on the bottom. You're on the bottom bit. I couldn't see it.
Rumble.
How are you?
Yeah, good.
Hey.
How is everyone?
Yeah,
Good,
good.
good.
We
I was
gotta
actually-
go now. Thanks for joining us.
I was just trying to figure out if I could try send you a message, but I can't because I'm on my mobile. I can't close the StreamYard.
Oh yeah.
I was actually waiting. I was waiting backstage before you even gave me the link because Blackie had already given me the link. that 10-page link.
Yeah,
And
that
that
was a
worked.
good one. I didn't know whether I should send it, so I actually clicked it to check that it worked, but it did work.
Also, just a quick appreciation. I'm loving the setup you got there. Very sharp looking, like background.
Almost,
It's not,
almost looks like green screen.
not the usual. Hey guys, it's Rumble here.
It was very last minute. I've got a 3-step ladder and a plastic chair. Very organised.
It looks good.
But yeah,
Turn the aircon off.
Mrs. was making a racket in the house, so I needed to find a different spot.
No, you've done well.
I was actually sitting here and I was just thinking, like, man, I do some dodgy shit. And like sitting here at my eye level, I realised a couple of years ago I glued 2 bits of PVC pipe together with no fitting. They're literally just super glued together.
That is weird.
So
Do what you gotta do.
yeah, it's amazing what you find when you sit down in a different location.
Yes, you could, huh?
I guess
So what's everyone doing?
Drains half the tank, I guess.
Yeah. Well, that is the dodgiest tank I have. So it fits the theme. So, how did Aqua Mate go? Did he looks like he took the tank down, but he hasn't brought the new one in, hey?
Yeah, that is the new one. The rocky one
On the
right
right.
on the window.
The rocky one with no
Oh,
water in it. I got a
Yeah, now I
crocodile
can
pool.
see it. Some of those rocks that were at the expo looked awesome. Like some of the ones you got, Blake.
Yeah, I can maybe even. Not really. But yeah, they're all back there. Some of the tanks were amazing. I was shocked that they would sell us them for the cost price of the tank. It was just. I was originally
Yeah,
just
that's
gonna
crazy.
get one. I was like, I'll take 5.
I know you did incredibly well out of all that. I'm stoked with
Yeah, that
mine.
was cool.
I just need to figure out what carpeting plant to put on it, but Blake keeps laughing at me.
All right, I got an idea though for you. Started off with the dry start method.
As in, planted and then just spray it.
I've never done that.
I've got one going right now, but it's really hard to show, isn't it? So
How is this doing?
I can show you. I'll show you. There's a bit of fungus and stuff. I'll go on mobile.
Do you like have
So
to?
it's,
Do you have to mist it every day?
Nah, because of the cling film on the top, it stays really.
oh, okay.
That
Really
pleco
good.
has a weird looking head.
So you basically make a terrarium for a couple of months and then put water in later down the track.
Yeah, I'll show you. Oh, that's me.
Well, there's
There's
that
10
echo.
Blakes.
Is that fan noise stopped now?
Yeah.
There you go. I'm boiling hot now. Thanks, everyone.
I mean, Nathan.
Hey,
Dedication.
Candy, I'm scared of it because I've never even thought about doing it. What's the advantage of a dry start method? Although Blake probably can't talk to us now.
The plants, like the plants don't
They-
have to filter the light through the water.
Grow it. Yeah, they'll
So-
grow in faster.
Oh, okay.
If you
So-
think about it,
So like it's easier
like
to get
having-
ground cover.
it's like having CO2 on a trillion bubbles per second because there's CO2 in the atmosphere. So you just cover it with Glad Wrap to keep it moist enough and they don't die. But like, look at this. We'll go inside. Look at it.
Oh, it does look pretty cool.
Yeah.
And that's only
You just
been
gotta
like a
give
week
it-
or so, I think.
Yeah, not too long. Week or two, yeah.
What plant is it?
These at the back are
All different kinds.
That there is Monte Carlo.
Monte
And there's
Carlo.
also some what's the other one? Can't remember, but it's like a pogo stemon, I think. Yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much it.
And why is it? Have you got some heater sort of going on in there, or is it just the light giving the heat?
Yeah, just the light. There's no heater, no water in that, and just every time I open it, then I just spray it down with this spray bottle, and that's it.
It's
Oh,
just
there's some
water.
hair grass there too. Yeah. And Rumble, you were talking about these rocks before. Whoa, what's happening there? Is that
Did you escape that?
what? Whoa, what is going on with the camera? Is that just me?
No, I
yeah,
want
it's
to
okay.
It's here.
It's okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna blame you though.
Did you escape that yourself?
No,
Is this
so
a
there's
remix?
one that I bought.
Oh, it's from the show.
what? I don't know.
Huh? No.
Yes.
That was a smaller one sitting next to the one that I got, Jesse. Same thing with the Bioscape logo, but already scaped.
Yeah. It looks professional.
That's the other one.
Has that feel.
And there's that's the other one you got too, yeah.
What
And the
is
other
going
one's
on with your camera?
And
Is that from the show too?
Yeah, that's the better sorority.
That's a nice one.
See, these are all my baby female betters.
that was
But it's got a fair bit of algae happening at the moment.
GRB says slowly fill your tank and watch your AC float to the surface. That might happen actually.
I went to someone's house like a few years ago, and he had an outdoor pond with koi in it, and on the side of the waterfall, there was HC, and it was like this wide and like a meter long down the side of it, and it's like, yeah, I had fish tank and it was dying, so I put it on the easy.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Do you have
And
it
so
right
yeah,
now?
like apparently it's one of those plants underwater it's difficult, but outside it's easy.
What's HC? Have I missed HC apart from HC?
Dwarf baby tears.
Ah, right.
Hemianthus cuba.
I was literally about to message you, Black, and go.
That's what I have on the bottom right there. It's my carpet.
I
Yeah,
also grew it outside. So with the olive barrels, they come with like a plastic mesh to keep the olives off the bottom. And I just zip tied some styrofoam to that, and it made like a floating dock. And then I just put all sorts of plants, just basically threw them on the top, and they just started growing immersed that way too. Super easy.
interesting. I've never actually seen any of the mesh in the bottom of those barrels, and I've bought heaps of them. I'm missing out.
Yeah, like it's just a big plastic circle. Like it's probably not mesh, but it's cross-hatched. Like I'll show you one day.
I think I might have seen them when you were tearing the ponds down the other day.
Yeah, maybe. I think there was a few laying around.
They say you
Earthquake
need,
mode on the camera. Yeah, I have no idea what was going on there. I
Yeah,
don't have
weird.
like Parkinson's or something.
they say you need CO2 to grow HC, but I don't think that's true.
Nah, me either. I've got no filter tank with it.
Yeah.
It
I
seems to
think
do
you
okay.
just need highlight.
Yeah. Well, it's got a Azu Flexi Mini on it. Like that's the ones that MD Fish Tanks uses, and he's an awesome plant grower, so it seems to do a great job on my tanks too.
Like this tank in my background is the same one as this one. I just changed it. What the hell?
Cameras
Phones are fighting against us today.
So I've actually been thinking about doing a planted tank, like just like a little 30 to 50 litre, just to have a go at doing a planted tank that's not 2.5 foot deep, so I can feel accomplished if I do it.
Yeah, do it with the guppy tanks.
Yeah, well, they got gravel in them now, but there's no bright light.
I mean, you can
Someone
still
was
grow
meant to be.
gravel. Like,
Yeah, you just got to use root tabs, eh?
yeah, well, if this is going to reach.
Tropico.
Hey, chop it.
Hang on a second. It's not really going to work. You can't see the green, I guess.
It's a farm
Anyway,
tank.
like all of these, maybe the other camera will work better. This is just going on the fly here. Yeah, so all of those have just got gravel for the most part. There's a bit of aqua soil at the bottom, but
Yeah.
nothing too special. It's growing 1 or 2 plants.
What kind of fish you got in there?
The emerald rasboras. All over here.
Emerald rasboras.
My,
Is that the tiger ones? Oh,
yeah,
no.
they're like CBDs, but tigers.
Yeah, oh, okay.
the pathos hasn't really grown yet.
Have you gotten those to breed?
Not that I know of yet, but
Because they're fry eaters.
yeah. So I've got can you see over here? I've got this little glass jar with moss in. Well, there's some pearlweed snuck in there as well, but they will go in there and lay their eggs, and I just have to one day pull that out and hatch out the eggs artificially.
I don't remember if anybody remembers Blake's stream when I planted this pathos here. It's still alive, but it's not. I suppose it is growing. There's a fresh leaf here.
It'll adjust to your light because the lighting in there is different to where it was. So it
Yeah.
might just turn out a little bit yellow for a while, and then as it adjusts, it'll get healthier.
I have to keep adding styrofoam underneath because the clay beads get heavier and heavier, and like the fish get in there and then end up dying because they get trapped in the clay beads. But yeah, when I'm not in here, that is the only light in here, and it's only like 20 watts or something. So I wouldn't expect it to grow crazy fast. But I think it would be cool if I could get some plants going along here. And if I can get one to work, I might even consider adding some more light to the room and try and get some along more racks just so it doesn't look so clinical.
You could try
Yeah.
getting a start with like a clip-on desk lamp or something.
Yeah.
I think-
well, I want
I
to
think you'll have to
get more of
sacrifice
these.
bills.
Pardon?
You'll have to sacrifice your awesome bills by putting the lights on a bit of a longer timer and all that, so there's the light to grow the plants.
Oh no, I'm not putting these lights on a timer. There's like 500 watts.
No,
strip
but
light in here.
even just the fish room lights, like if that's all, I don't have specific lights for mine, and I just stick them out the top of the tank.
Yeah, so what I'm saying is the strip lights are the ones that are on a sensor that only come on when I'm in the room.
Yeah.
So
That's
if I wanted to grow more pathos, I'd probably buy 2 more of these and put 2 more, so there's 3 along the roof, and I think that would be enough.
But even
So
just
this
crank up the LED strip lights is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Don't even bother buying anymore. Like just do exactly like this.
my phone's fogging up.
See, just Nothing special. It just grows next to the light just fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
And look, there's another one over there. Just, yeah. Don't need anything special. Just the residual light will do it.
I need to put a separate light on the guppy tanks too, because I'm going to put plants in here. I still haven't taken the gutter guard out yet. Oops. But a guy was meant to be giving me some guppy grass, and he said he would drop it off today, and he's just messaged me 5 minutes ago saying he can't make it.
Yeah,
Probably
guppy grass never makes.
isolation stuff.
Yeah.
Guppy grass never makes it to the intended recipients.
People seem to get hooked on that guppy grass. Or taking it for themselves, you know.
I haven't killed it. That's
Getting
pretty
high
good.
on your own supply.
Look at the light shooting across my head.
There was Dr. Black. There's a new snail in that tank now because of that. So is it a ram's horn snail? Would it be?
Probably. Yeah.
Yeah. Because I haven't got no snails like that guy. So that's cool. Well, like, I like snails. It's just annoying when you get too many. But yeah.
You put it with your goldfish, they'll eat it if it's only tiny.
No, he's probably the size of a 5-cent coin.
Oh wow! How did I miss him?
Yeah. Maybe he's just been growing in that bag that you brought down and that was meant to go to Blake that ended up at mine. Rob's Aquariums, hello, how are you? Welcome
G'day,
to the
Rob.
stream. So, Rumble,
Hey, Rob.
oh, he's all muted. If you can hear us, Rumble, you're working still at the moment,
He's
so there's
in
no...
heaven.
Oh, because of the halo.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, he's talking to someone else.
Talking to the missus.
All right. Yeah, sorry. I was trying to get Mrs. to pause her music because there's copyright stuff.
It's only Josh's channel. It's all right.
Yeah. So my work's a joke. Pretty much. So the floor that I'm working on, there's maybe 25 to 30 tradesmen on the floor. I'm working in a 22-story building, and all the office staff look like they're working from home. The building's pretty much shut down, but the construction's still happening. So on the 22 floors, from what I can gather, there's about 3 other floors besides the one that I'm working on with tradies in it. So, like, at a guess, there's probably like 200 people in the building, and there's one goods lift running because they've shut down the main elevators because the building is technically shut down. So it's like 200 people sharing one elevator.
That's ridiculous.
Massive.
Stormy
Yeah,
like
I've got to go. I've been like praying for ScoMo to call it over the weekend because I've got to go back on Monday.
Oh, ScoMo is not going to call anything because he doesn't know what he's doing.
Yeah.
God. We're lucky that our Premier has actually got some balls and he's like, this is ridiculous, stay home. Like, everyone's dobbing people in if they're going out and that sort of stuff. Now it's hitting that sort of stage with us, but it sounds like other states are still umming and ahhing what to do. Where are we? From what I've noticed, Josh, they're pretty interesting snails in my opinion. Yes, it looks more interesting than the other ones that I have in there. The common pest snail.
giving the old H a bit of a trim.
I'm stealing it.
What was
Maybe
that?
guppy grass. I'll just take this.
Oh yeah.
So Blake, about the red root stuff.
Yeah.
It's in the sump there, in the wheel,
Oh nice.
and I keep taking it out and it keeps growing back, so it's actually annoying me. But
What is
granted,
Is it Red Root Floater?
Yeah. Blake was
Rumble, can you do
saying
me a
it's
quick
really
favour?
hard to.
Oh,
Yeah.
Can you just wipe your lens,
Don't tell me what to do.
please?
Tell me what to do. Thirsty, how are you?
Hey, Thirsty.
Yeah, I'm really good. Yourselves?
Hey,
Good. What is
Thirsty.
that top? Look at that top.
Sorry?
The top.
Oh.
Oh,
Shirt.
yeah, man. Phew.
Nick Bosa. Very nice.
It's a Legends jumper in the gala.
That's awesome.
Phew.
Very cool.
Rookie of the
Hopefully,
year, mate.
hopefully next year, if anyone's
Yeah.
playing sport. Priscilla, welcome. How are you?
Hey, Priscilla.
Hey, look, I cleaned the
Where did
glass.
you come from,
just for,
Priscilla?
just for you.
Yeah,
Oh.
man. What you were saying, Blake, about the elevator.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
not good.
I must
About
admit,
the
up
what?
here in my country town, my community has been awesome. Everyone's keeping their distance. It's been awesome. Like, I work at the shops and I pack shelves. So, yeah, and just to see everyone come through, they're all going one way sort of now. And it's really good. Everyone's sort of staying positive and, yeah.
Wish I could say the same about here.
They're still stocking the shit tickets and all that, like and the hand wash and the paper towels and all that. They're going crazy on that stuff, but they're keeping their distance. I think, a lot better than what they would be in a city environment.
Speaking of paper towel, I found a mystery stash because, Aqua Mate, we switched over to those spray bottles. Well, I used to have paper towel in here, so I found like 6 rolls of it. It's like gold.
Yeah,
Sell it on eBay, $50 a roll.
Don't take off it. Stick to your guns.
yeah. So, hey, been Doc, haven't talked to you for a while, mate.
Yeah, I've been all right. Pretty decent. No complaints, really.
Oh, good stuff. Good stuff. Yeah. There's I've been missing everyone's stream because of my long hours and that lately. I'm sorry about that, boys.
No dramas. I
All
always recognize that not everyone's going to be able to catch my time and all that, so no dramas.
I noticed you watched the interview with Daniel Keeping Fish the other night. I woke up and it was like you were having a chat with us the whole way. I'm like, why have I got 20 comments from Thirsty on my video?
Yeah, I watched that after the dog yard shift, and yeah, no one was up, so I had a couple of hours to watch it, and I was chatting like I was chatting live.
Yeah, I know. That was
Felt
good
like I
though.
was there.
I enjoyed it. I had a giggle.
No, that was such a good interview. One of the best I've seen, mate. If no one's seen that, go check that out. That was really good.
Thank you. We got Rack from River Life coming up in a couple of weeks as well, so that's going to be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've
Yeah,
been
enjoy
checking
that.
out a bit of him lately. He's got an awesome channel over there.
Rack.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely. We've lost Rumble. Jesse, the amount of times I see you in a live stream with that background in your face was sort of popping through. You need to make a mold of your head and put it into that aquascape so you can see what we can see.
No, he's just doing a bit of guerrilla marketing. He got sponsored by The Invisible Man, the movie. So cinemas are doing it tough right now. So make sure you catch it on video on demand, Netflix, Stan, whichever one.
Hey, NTA. There you go.
G'day, Joel G. Fancy seeing you here. Priscilla and Joel might have both come from the same origin.
Origin.
As in, yeah, I messaged them and said, come and watch the stream, just in case the notifications aren't working for people.
Is it creepy?
Mangrove Jack in the big tank. Ew!
Red Dog.
Hey.
Yeah, he's got the 6-footer now. He's got to get that boost.
Your audio sounds a lot better. Did you get something different, or are you using something different, Thirsty?
I'm just keeping it dead still. I'm not touching it.
No.
Yeah.
I think that was not working either. When I was walking around, it started crackling. So
Yeah.
just not
Yeah, well, I
touching
haven't heard
it.
anything. Haven't heard anything like that on this one, so seems to be doing
Oh,
the
that's
job.
good. Good. Yeah, let me know if it starts cracking up. I don't want to wreck your stream. You can either mute me and I'll just do video or whatever.
Oh, Thirsty, I've been here for 2 hours. The stream was long wrecked. Don't worry about that.
Rumble, Guppy Grass Guy did rock up. That's why he's
Watch out.
disappeared.
Watch out for cops. Make sure, count up the right amount. Get the scales out.
You guys see a little bit of that tank? I'll try and get Basil down the bottom here. He's huge.
I feel like I'm way behind on the chat.
You were first,
Yeah.
Priscilla. First, I think. First one that came anyway from the requests I made.
Is he in? Oh, you can't see.
Mr. Fish, sir, welcome. How are you?
There he is. There he is.
Yeah, hey, Brad.
Pam, that comment just made me laugh out loud.
Hey.
Who's that guy?
Barramundi.
That's what I was thinking. Very cool.
And then the mangrove. Yeah.
Everyone's pulled out the stops today. We've all got the nice backgrounds happening. Rumble was set up.
Yeah.
Thirsty, you got Red Dog.
I could have went a bit further that way and got the whole wall rack. But,
Might have looked better if it was nighttime, I think.
Yeah.
I was saying in the chat earlier,
should've-
guys, I was letting everyone know my brother caught the rainbows. He's sending them down soon.
Yeah, nice. You don't know what type they are?
They're the gold tail, got the gold patch, and some of them a little bit like the adults are a little bit bluer.
Okay. Well, if you knows the creek, we could probably figure it out.
Yeah,
The creek name.
yeah, he's going to do all that for us.
I was
There's
actually,
nothing planned.
Yeah.
And what's
I was
the
actually a
go?
bit
Can he
shattered.
actually send them- He's actually trying to find out can he send them down here legally.
Yeah,
Being
should
he's
be able.
crossing state borders.
I think the illegal thing's already occurred, which is pulling them out of the creek.
Oh,
Live.
yeah,
Depends which
it's actually
rainbow
in a
they are.
flooded
Yeah.
It was actually in a flooded causeway. They actually had an overspill and a bloody. So that the place where they were actually dry out, and they were trapped there.
Nice. Yeah, I was pretty shattered actually because next Sunday I was supposed to go on a collecting trip with the New Guinea Fishers Association, ANGFA.
Yeah.
But I think that's cancelled now. So I was shopping for waders and all that stuff, getting ready to see how the pros do it. But
Collecting what?
well, it's down here, so it'd be like pygmy perch, maybe some like some gudgeons and goodeids and stuff. But
Oh,
yeah, not really sure.
that
Yeah,
would
yeah.
have been good.
Yeah, so
I would have tried to get some pygmy perch, so
It's a
for sure.
puppy.
So I better ring him and tell him to get him back. I wasn't sure,
Hmm.
Yeah, that's not good.
Jesse has a hole in his head disease. Why? Yeah, why? How come? Is it gone?
Oh, you
Why
fixed
is
it. You wrapped it away.
Why does it do that? Like,
Where you're shiniest.
Oh, it's shiny. Or darker?
Yeah, you moved away from the sun.
My
More
nose.
foundation, Jesse. More of that concealer makeup that you wear.
Careful, Josh. Good thing you got pants on today.
Oh yeah, so wherever it's brighter. See?
I'm trying to fix it. Oh, I'm gonna have to go soon.
Oh no, Bodgy just got here.
Yeah,
Good
Bodgy
reason
just
to shut it
Oh,
down.
Pudgy.
I'm back with foggy glasses.
Adventures and Bodgy. How are you?
Guppy Grass guy hooked me up.
Nice. How did this is interesting. How did the drop go? Did he leave it on the step or something? Takes 4 paces back.
No, so didn't get out of his car. He just handed it to me, and then I've got a little spray bottle of rubbing alcohol, so I just sprayed the bag and washed my hands.
Oh yeah.
Cool VB.
Anyway, I'm gonna put it on mute for a sec. You guys can watch me in the background planting then. Does it plant or is it a floater?
Either.
All right, we'll do both then.
What's that, Jesse?
A good way to do it is just let it float, rumble, and then if you see any roots starting to form on stems, then plant those bits in the substrate.
What is it, Jesse?
It's a backbone.
A vertebrae. I was gonna say it looks like a bone.
I made it out of clay.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you sure that's not
It was a
backbone of your enemy?
It was an art project when I was in college. It was like this small, but then I had to make something that looked realistic. So I blew it up.
Is it?
It just made out of.
Oh, there we go. Now Thirsty's got a mouth.
But I use it as a aquarium, decoration.
Full fish head.
Oh, jeez. Everyone's bringing out bones and stuff.
Yeah, but this is a fake bone. It's not even real.
Well, the others aren't.
Oh, that looks cool. What is that? What kind is that?
That's a rabbit skull.
What kind?
A rabbit.
Oh, rabbit. Nice.
What's that one, Thirsty?
Black marlin nose.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
dang. We brought out the bones tonight.
This was an old aquarium, a skull I put in an aquarium for guppies and stuff.
What's it from? It looks like a dog skull.
I think it's from a sheep.
Oh, yeah. Show me its front teeth. Yeah, that's a sheep. Tell by its massive nasal cavity.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's real, right, Blake?
Yeah. It's got a wobbly tooth. It needs an extraction.
I don't have any bones. I'm trying to think of a fun. I'm trying to think of something funny to do, but I can't without getting blocked or banned.
Oh no, it's a monkey.
That looks like ScoMo. A Neanderthal. I did see a couple cool scapes where they've got like a natural scape and all the plants going around it, but they had a skull in the middle of it. So it looked like it had all grown around a skull. It looks really cool.
The tooth fell out. I didn't do too much.
Hey,
I just heard that.
is this show and tell all of a sudden? Is that a Yoda bone?
That's a cast of Thirsty when he was younger.
That's what it comes to.
Before you got the Rasta beanie.
I was running out of stuff.
Oh, we're
Melissa,
gonna be.
if that is an actual group, that better not be an actual group.
I'd show my possum one, but it still stinks. I ain't touching that.
But it was a good little cave for plecos and stuff back in the day. This old skull.
I suppose they're out there in nature, aren't they?
Yeah, that's it. Plenty of cows fall into rivers. Sheep.
Yeah, GRB, I always try and keep that in shot just for the keen-eyed people to pick it up.
Is that an Oscar?
Yep. I haven't
Yeah.
seen these guys for a while.
Leave me
Thirsty.
breeding Oscars.
So it has long, like, pectoral fins.
That's a lot of guppy grass too.
You'll have twice as much of that in no time, Rumble.
He's filming it too.
Sponge in the barrel.
Got to do his
Yeah,
job.
this is YouTubeception. Really, he's just trying to pump up that he does videos. So he's trying to get people to go over and subscribe.
And then he matches it perfectly. He's got guppies with guppy grass.
What kind of camera is that? It's just like a little old thing.
Don't ask him what camera it is. Oh, dear.
And Rumble, what sort of is that camera any good?
Wow.
It's a DJI Osmo Action. He goes on about it like it's the first
Must-
camera ever invented.
Must be good.
He's got
It's
it
a
muted so that he can make his video.
It's a GoPro with a front-facing camera screen, basically.
So that's a big screen too. It's like the whole bat.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
When he has us unmuted, just be like, "Hey, Rumble, why'd you get the Osmo Action when the Osmo Pocket is way better?" It'll trigger him. I hope that this entire time our audio is in
What is he doing?
the background of this video.
Nah, he would have reacted, I reckon.
It's causing a ruckus with those tanks.
Rumble making the video.
Yeah. And he's muted us, so we can't be on it.
Oh,
Hey, Thirsty, did you paint that background blue, or is it like a? Is it like a?
sorry.
Did you paint it blue, or is it just
Is that
a
the wall?
paper or plastic background?
On the
Your
fish tank.
Your fish tank.
People
He's like looking around.
over there.
No,
No, the blue, the
background.
mangrove jack tank.
Is that painted, or is it a plastic background?
It's painted. No, it's actually laminated.
you
There's blue laminate on the back.
Oh, okay. Yeah, looks
I
nice.
like that when I got them. And he's given me there's supposed to be 3 tanks down there, 3 2-foot tanks. And 2 of them had blue background, 1 didn't. So he gave me a bit of blue to give the other one. I should find it and show you. But it's actually just laminate like you put on school books and stuff. You just squeeze it, stick it on like a sticker.
Starting to hear that storm roll through that everyone was talking about. It's here now.
Oh, no. I'm going to have to mow the lawns.
Hmm.
I'm going to have to head off.
guys,
Yep.
okay. But
No, you
just
go.
quickly before you head off, can you see how much he gave me?
Heaps.
I'm getting
Yeah, we've been
boys.
talking about it for 20 minutes.
Well, I couldn't hear you.
I haven't heard anything.
And there's some of that. What's that stuff called? Like Subwasser or something?
Nothing
Oh,
yet.
yeah.
Yeah, that's the rust tank.
Swastang.
Nice
And
puppy.
whatever that is.
What
Bye,
is that?
everyone. Thanks
I don't
for
know.
stopping by in the chat. Thanks for having me on. And it's good to see you. Love you. And chat to you later.
You too, Thirsty. Good to see you.
Yeah, Thirsty, good fun.
Jesse wants to know why you're using the what was it, Jesse?
I don't
Yeah,
know.
he said, "Why are you using the
Oh, the
Osmo
camera. The little
Osmo
camera.
Pocket?" He said the Pocket's way better.
I didn't even see that.
You've been talking to Blake about this.
He said,
I said it looks pretty cool.
he said he'd prefer a GoPro 3 than that Osmo Action.
Stop putting words in my mouth.
Nah, I don't know. I think so. I've had this discussion with Blake. Why did I buy the Action instead of the Pocket? I can't remember. The only thing I can think of is the price. And at the time, I couldn't afford it. But I kind of regret it. For some reason, I was also thinking the Pocket wasn't as good a camera because it's so small. But if you actually read the specs, it's actually exactly the same.
It's a
So I
good
don't know.
running.
I fucked up.
It looks like you attached like a little mic on it too. Like, it's pretty cool.
Yeah,
It's like a real camera.
the Rode
Oh,
video.
what? The mic's bigger than the camera. And then I got the torch. It's a proper vlogger setup.
Cute.
I'm a pro.
It is pretty cool. It is pretty cool. So how do you like it though? Does it work good?
Yeah, I love it.
See, he loves it.
And it's good. Like if I go into the shopping center, well, I guess same as a GoPro really. If I go in public, I just take that like that with me. Like
How good's the
realistically,
stabilization?
I don't know. You tell me. You watch my videos, don't you?
Yeah, well, true.
Nah,
Different to that one.
it's good. Black is like, I've got a camera too. I think like it's really good for like the shaking, but obviously, you know, when you do that and the gimbal stays flat, like it doesn't stabilize that much. It only stabilizes like the fast movements.
Did you want
But
to
it's
know,
good
Josh,
enough.
how it actually works, or because I think what happens is it takes an image this big, but it only shows you the image this big because it cuts the edges and like moves them around. So that's how it works. I'm pretty sure.
That's what I meant, but yeah.
Oh, my bad. I thought you meant how well does it work.
No, like obviously because I always use a gimbal, so I'm like I can see the thing, you know, doing what it's doing. But yeah,
Yeah, so what Blake said, it's just a bigger image and it digitally cuts it down itself somehow.
yeah, so I can sort of that's
See you
good.
soon, Liz. Thanks for stopping in, Lob.
See you,
See you,
Melissa.
Liz.
On that
So,
note,
yeah,
I've got to go. If you guys,
I thought you were just going to say you got to go for the next hour and we'll just keep dragging it on for you.
I thought we'd go for an hour and a half, and then I thought, oh, we'll go for 2 hours. Now we're almost at 2.5 hours. So,
It's only like
We're
one
you're
in the
just
afternoon.
excited to see.
it's only 1:30.
I thought this was a 48-hour quarantine stream.
No, that'll
What do you
happen.
mean? It's only 10 a.m.
Don't you pay for StreamYards? Or you don't?
I don't anymore. No. I got to go listen
I
to
don't know.
Everything Is Awesome and build Lego.
Oh, fun.
Yeah,
On
I guess I
repeat.
should pay attention to my kids too.
All right. Thank you for joining us. If any of you, if you still want to keep going, do you want to jump over to one of your channels?
Nah, I should probably go be a parent.
Yeah.
Same here. Same here.
It's decisions we make years and years ago that seem to affect us every day.
What a
Thank
drag.
you. I
It's been fun though.
I have to drive up.
You guys are really talking me into having kids.
It's fun.
Thanks for having me.
Hey,
Thank you, everyone in the chat. Appreciate you all coming by. Candy, thank you for sticking with us the whole time and sending out all those links. Appreciate it every time. Thirsty for joining us. But we will see you guys next week on either Dr. Black or Blake's channel or something at a similar time. And then we'll be back in 2 weeks. But thank you, and everyone stay safe.